Silly me. Not that it matters. You know, the great thing about having OBS is you don't lose your VODs, as long as you start them. Like, and I know eventually I'll get the bronze medal achievement. Like, I'm not like terrible at this level. It's just really freaking hard to get a good run going. I'd like to be able to learn how to do those flings without actually having to use the attractor every time, but the fact that I'm able to do this section now as consistently as I'm getting it, like, it's not great consistency, but it's enough that I feel like I'm getting it. Okay. Yeah, something went wrong on the stream because now Dopey's got a rehost. Something went wrong. Nope. That was bad. That was really bad. And this checkpoint shouldn't be one that gets me. Like, this is one that I've had pretty consistent. Like, I'm good at reverse stairs. Like this. And usually not one stair at a time. Like, this is so slow for me. There we go. That's the right maneuver. Like, I should be able to do 2 stairs in 1 bound. I don't know if that's what you call it. That's just what I call it. Like, I look at them and they're reverse stairs. You tell me what to call them. I don't care what the name is. Like, I just look at it and I go, I'm going up these weird stairs that look like they're going in the wrong direction. So we're going to call them reverse stairs. The only thing I must say is, having used some of the guides and the walkthrough on site, the walkthrough is terrible. Oh. Well, I can tell you I'm not that much of a pro. I mean, I'm Definitely getting into the tops of the game leaderboard for TA score. Okay. The flinging. Come on. I think there's just a little too much that's left for you to figure out in some regards. I agree that there's only so much a walkthrough can tell you, but like I would give tips on how to do certain maneuvers or what kind of maneuvers you need to do to get through things. And like that's just me when it comes to platforming. Stop. That's my only thing. Like, I think a good walkthrough, like, can tell you about each room you're gonna do. I mean, yes, there's definitely things that a walkthrough cannot tell you, like how to be good at certain things. But I'd also say that you can still tell people, you know, roughly how to do this maneuver here. Like, how do you flick your chariot like that? Like, yeah, I can watch a VOD and figure it out. I can figure it out based on sight. I just think, like, somebody who's writing one could do that as well. That's just me, though. You know, maybe I just have a biased opinion of how these things should be done. I mean, the order is fine, by the way. Like, it's not even that there's a structural issue. I think there's just not enough detail on how to do stuff. Not to toot my own horn in a sense, but I know this is going to be like, you know, me bragging about my own work. Like, where are my friends? Okay, like, shit. That walkthrough, like, if you look at it, like, I give a room by room breakdown of a lot of it. And yeah, I can't, you know, I can't put the controller in your hands and tell you how to do it or like do it for you, but I'm giving you the best guess of how to describe how to do it. And I realize that's a lot to ask sometimes, but you know, I think that's the point of a walkthrough. Stop. So it's not bad. I mean, it kind of tells you what you're doing, but I think there's details that you could put in for some of these levels that could help. This has been another episode of Jesse telling you how you should do your work. Even as he doesn't write his own walkthroughs on time. This room's supposed to be a one-shot. This shouldn't be a multi-shot room. Yeah, and that's something I can only give so much of like an opinion and be like, you know, I'm just a manager of the team. You know, I can't change what I think each walkthrough type should be. Is there another platform below? Yeah, there is. Okay. Wait for the attractor to recharge. Come on. No, 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 no. We're not flicking you upwards. That is for sure. No. Come over the peak. There we go. This is where my last run died. The Gentle Canyon. Because I'm not very delicate. Every one of these platforms is very breakable. Like that. What the... We're not going for gold. We're not going for gold. We're not going for gold. You have plenty of time to still get your bronze. Slow down. Don't worry about the speed. If you're consistent, you'll be fine. Yeah, we're to the point where I'm talking to myself a lot. Isn't that a good sign? What the flip? Come on. Like, that's the part that's killing me right now. Oh, that was enough to destroy that platform? Okay. I must have hit that super sweet spot. Because if you're going to tell me that swing there wasn't enough to destroy that, but I've had what looked like lighter taps destroy those, I don't get it. Okay, this is one of the last... This room was pretty bad the first time I did it, so we're gonna... The way it wants you to do this room is going to be a little different from the way I actually do this room. Obviously, because, you know, this room is meant to be able to be done without any gadgets. And obviously that jump is not possible without the attractor. Nobody saw that. That was actually, everybody can see that because that was actually a nice save. If you get flung back down, it's like the intended route that those rails send you on is so flipping annoying. But I prefer not to have to do them the intended way, because the speed can get really difficult to handle. Like, these are some really quick rails. So... Now we get a bit of a breather section. This next one's actually a lot easier. Like I said, we're not going for the gold medal, which is a 30-minute completion. We're going for a bronze right now. Now the next section after this one is a bit harder. I think Ulkesh saw this one the last time. I thought I did pretty well the first time through that room. I don't know who else was here. I know Wu was here and we got through it pretty quick, but it's not an easy room, that's for sure. No, bronze is 1 hour. 4 hours would be beautiful. If it was a 4-hour bronze, I'd have the bronze already. Because I wouldn't have given up on a run. But I'm pretty sure that the bronze is actually 60 minutes. Really, it's a few checkpoints. Like, the one that you gave up on is probably one of the hardest ever in the run. Like, that second and fourth checkpoint really are some of the most insane setups to get right. I said this was an easier section, and I'm really screwing it up. Like, I'm like, this is a breather. This is a section I can actually, like, relax on. Apparently not. But yeah, I think you could do this. Believe me, I was nearing that point. Okay, so this room is... Okay, so this room's easy to start. It's just these really short... There you go. So there's our... We're now at 30 minutes. So now we are at the silver. Like I said, it's insane. Like, 30 minutes for the gold is already a tough ask. So, but I'm not going for golds right now. We're just going for... I want to get a medal on every level. Okay, so these are descending ceilings. The idea of how I'm setting them up is I'm getting myself to the edge, letting this sit off to the side, falling, and then going up with the attractor. All you have to do each time is make sure to get yourself the chariot set up on the other side. As you can see, they're getting lower and lower. And they're getting a little bit closer together as well. As I said, I thought I did this pretty well the first time, so I'm not like, this is a tough obstacle, I won't argue, but like, it's not one that I'm like, oh my gosh, hardest thing ever for me. Like, this is one that I felt pretty comfortable with the first time during my blind run. Oh, yeah, no, I've got 8 other levels that I haven't gotten a bronze yet. But if I can't get the bronze here, then like, what's the point? And really, like, I could use the 500 point boost this week. What I will do is I'd actually save the final Chariot upgrade for next week for that 1500 point achievement. Or really, I don't even have to use it this week or next week necessarily. But as Talos continues to probably lose ratio, I do need to make sure I've got something set up that's going to account for like some huge decay. Because really, Talos shouldn't be a 4. It's not that difficult. Yeah, I got the decay already a little bit. So. Is that what it was before, maybe? Then yeah. I mean, the big thing holding people back from trying out Talos was the price. Like I said, this is a maneuver that I didn't feel too uncomfortable with on my blind run. So, okay, next up is... Okay, this is really going to be the last difficult room, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to get the bronze this time. Because this is the rotor room. And what makes the rotor room actually easier, not that, because that was a screw up, is that after you get past this first section with the death rail, you can cheese a good portion of this room. And actually in my blind run I cheesed quite a bit. So what we're going to do is, so as you can see, this opening section has that death rail. We can't do anything about that, like you have to actually get past it legit, or sort of legit. But then after that, what's going to happen is, so we're just going to jump onto here, and we're actually going to just fall here. And this would seem stupid, but it's smarter than I made it look there. And really, what's slowing me down the most is the fact that I just haven't done the level in a while. Or I only did most of these obstacles properly once. Okay, so now you can see we're into the bronze territory. So we've still got time, like we're not hurting for time right now, it's okay. But, so we just want to land about here, yep, see? And then we just skipped like a ton of this section. Like there's this whole back and forth of a bunch of different rotators. So now it's just more about, these are all set control ones, so like they're a lot easier to deal with. And what really helps here is this next bit, you can actually skip a lot of it with well-timed jumps or well-timed attractor jumps. So like, you see the next one above me, and the intended way is you go onto that rail and actually like power your way up. But what we're going to do is we're just going to, not that, close, but you know what, we might be able to do this with just it like that. Yep. So it's actually a lot easier to just push yourself up these and kind of cheapen them a little bit. Except, apparently, you know, I wasn't holding right trigger and I dropped it. I just hate these auto rotators that you don't really have an option for how to do them. Like, they just have a set rotation as long as you're on them. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so once again, we're going to fall off. We're aiming roughly for this column. Yep. And you should be able to do these types of jumps throughout. Unfortunately, the radius of those turners is so tight that you kind of have to watch out a little bit. Yep, still another one above this. Okay. I mean, that's the big thing, because I'm just sloppy right now. Thanks, Lakesh. Always know when you got somebody who's in your corner. Okay, I believe this is the top one. Yeah. So now we actually have to use some true rotor skills. Okay. We've now made it to Looter Tower. Why do they call it Looter Tower? Or why do people actually call it that? It's because there are a lot of looters. Here's the thing, though. It also had a ton of loot on the vanilla run. So, like, down here in this crown portion, at the bottom there, is actually a ton of, like, really, really high-value loot. It's one very tall tower. Like, once you reach this portion, it's really just, can you climb? Not so much, can you climb really well? I'd say the maneuvers up the tower aren't the hardest. The more difficult portion of this part of the level is the fact that you want to get up with all the loot. So, like, that unbankable achievement, where, like, you're trying to get everything loot-wise, this room is hard when you're going for that. But just to climb the tower, eh. And I'm describing this checkpoint to be safe. The first time I did this, like, that checkpoint became a real big safety concern. Like, that was how you... Awu had a great idea of how you could use the checkpoint there to, like, constantly cheat the room in terms of making sure you kept all your loot. And, like, it was genius what he thought up. I will not, like... He deserves all the credit for that strategy. Like, what you do is you grab a piece of loot and then go to the checkpoint and then re-hit, like, do, like, return to checkpoint a bunch of times. And what happens is that actually causes the looters to all reset to their, like, their calm state. So then they're not attacking you, and then you grab the next one, and then just repeat the process. Like, it's ingenious what you can think, what he thought up as the way to do that room with a lot less headache. Okay, on the plus side, we're pretty much there. We're almost to the top. Woo! We got a bronze. Yeah, 595900 is a bronze. So we were 10 minutes quicker than bronze. Whew. But we are still almost 20 minutes above a gold. But the big thing is I got the green check mark, and that's what we want, are all green check marks. So now we can move on to the other levels. As I said, the goal is this week for G-Task, I want to unlock the All Bronze achievement. And hey, Scruff. The levels I have left are going to be so much quicker. like an easier to get a medal. So we're 8 bronzes away from an achievement. Yeah, you missed that. I already did that part where I lost another inch for stress. This is the less stressful part. You know, if I had the heart rate monitor, like a heart rate monitor, it would just be boom, 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 boom. Because, man, whoo boy. Yeah, we do have to climb this room. The big thing is I'm not using the proper power-ups either. Like a lot of the early levels, they recommend you use the runner boot. So like right now, these are like very unoptimal setups. But like I said, this is just about bronze medals. This is not like, this isn't about me doing super well. It's just like, I need a bronze medal. Or a silver. Like, I'll take silvers. I'll be right back. Real quick. My chair is very mighty. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels. And then we'll get our bronze medal achievement. Huzzah. I want a new chair, I think. This chair isn't bad, but I've had it for 10, 15 years. No, more than 10. Quite possibly 15 or so years. The thing is I never used it. Think about how my old setup was for streaming. Was I? Huzzah. Yeah, that's the thing. With me now streaming from the chair, it's kind of like I could use the better setup. Yeah, that's my thought. Something like that. I mean, what helps is like part of why I think I'm not like so about the chair right now is I've actually got an ottoman in front of it. Yeah, no gamer chair. I'm not that silly to fall for that trick. But yeah, I have an ottoman right in front of me, so I can kick up the feet. I mean, I'd like just a real chair. Like, we have these really, really big, deep seats in the family room. But, unfortunately, I just don't have the space for that kind of seat. Do I want to go down or across? Either appears to be workable, but what does the game want me to do? I actually need to pay attention to what I'm doing, and I'm not. Isn't that why I came up with the chat command? Or why I was told I should have a chat command? Where are we going? Over still. Okay. From here, up in the next room. Okay. Yeah, I got this chair. The first company I worked for, we moved offices, and the owner had decided to get all new stuff, but kept the old stuff. I was like, oh yeah, if you want, and, you can get a chair. Obviously, I had to buy it because the guy wasn't going to give you anything for free, but, I got the chair, and I've had it since, but my room setup's always been kind of more convenient for laying in bed to play games. but I wanted to sit. So, thus the change, thus the desire for a real chair. I'm getting the silvers pretty easily. It's going to be the gold times that are just a pain. Adventure! Yeah, and if I need to this week, I'll drop the 100% achievement. Like, I don't want to, but if it becomes a requirement for me to survive this week, I'll be able to drop the 100% achievement. And that'll send me from the bottom up towards the top of the list. You want me to go up and around that way. Is that actually going to be quicker, though? I'm going to assume that that's the forced direction I have to go. Oh, no, I have to go this way. I'd still love to see you come back to this game, albino. I think you could do it. You laid down the gauntlet with me. I decided to pick it up and try. So, you know, I'm not gonna say you have to, but it would be quite enjoyable to see you try. Yo, Valbo. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm kind of doing a mix. Playing this has been nice as like the hard game for me right now, and then I like having something else alongside of it. Okay, we need to go to the left. Still doing this. Valbo, there's tons to have to do for this. I was, but there's also so there's the last level, but then there's also the collecting all the skulls, doing all the speed runs, and you have to do all the speed runs up to a gold rank. Right now we're just trying to get bronze rank. And this level's a pain in my butt because it's in the dark. Oh, I love it's a fun game, just it's not a quick completion. Yeah, we gotta go up. You're definitely not retired from charioting. Okay. So we just need to head across. Can I do that from here? Or do I actually have to do that? I have to do this proper. Okay. Problem is, how quick did the speed run have to be for even a bronze? Because I'm going really slow. For a speed run. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, figuring out these dark levels are just the most annoying, to be honest. Like, I find I don't mind slick platform physics, I don't mind lava physics, but darkness, I've always been a person who hated darkness physics. Like fog of war, anything in like no light. So which exit do I take here? Okay, so we're going down the pit. Dang. I'm gonna have to do this level again. I got no metal. This really became not a speed run. Wait, I got a check mark even though I didn't get a medal? We're getting at least the bronze. I don't care what it takes. We're getting a bronze medal. Okay, the next... I think we want to try to skip these gaps. We want to skip the gaps, but not lose the chariot. That would be smart. Yeah, this puts us already into that circle room. Look how much time that saved. Holy crap. We just took the least optimal way through the level. That's how bad my routing was. I just don't like the dark levels. Like, I think they're poorly designed as well. Like, yeah, I've tried Gunscore and Cannoli. It's okay. I didn't think it was terrible. I just didn't go back to finish it. I have the second one as well. There's always, I've played worse. That's always the worst part. Like, you can always say that. Like, yeah, it wasn't a great game, but it's not the worst piece of trash I ever played. Like, that just tells you how bad my routing was. I went from over 7 minutes to under 4. Yeah.
Ready for adventure? Wow, it feels a lot more thrilling on this side.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, this one might have a really stupid roundabout path to it. Okay. I'm guessing I'm gonna need to go up. Is there a way, though, I can skip up to there, or do I have to take the long way? If there is a way to do it quicker, I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable goal. With where you're at, definitely.
Call from cell phone. Call from cell phone.
Oh, is that what we're going to use as the reason? Kidding, Scruff, by the way. I know that's really what it has been for you. Not a desire not to score points at all or play games. Well, you've been playing some stuff anyway. Like, you've still been doing a bunch in Monster Hunter. And I know you still play some Apex. Although I don't know how much you are enjoying your Apex now. Yeah, I know. But this might come off as blasphemous, but achievements aren't everything. I think we're gonna have to go this way. By the way, Albana, when you were saying about Joe and I not recommending Talos to you sooner, I did recommend a game because, apparently our opinions about games should matter so much. I said Hollow Knight, so... Hollow Knight? Yeah, I figured that could have been an Eep moment. It is Game Pass, actually. And then I'm reminded I need to finish Guac 1 and Guac 2. Ayy. Yeah, just always keep in mind, like, with how difficult it is, it's not something like. It's one of those games that. A lot of time. Like, it's probably one of the best games I played in the last few years. But it's not quick, it's not easy, and it's. As much as I'd love everybody to experience it, I know it's not for everybody. And part of me saying it's always kind of just like a tongue-in-cheek, like, everybody should play it. Not a... Even though it's... Yeah, I'd love everybody to experience it. I realize hard as nails Metroidvania is not exactly... a type of game a lot of people will play. Against your beliefs. What beliefs are those? Because I gotta know that one. I gotta know the joke here. Unless there is really something that I don't know is a belief that Hollow Knight violates. Believe me, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's one of those games that's not gonna give up on you. Like it's gonna try to. It's a demoralizing game at times. I mean, I had a lot of fun with what I showed on stream of it, which was everything. But like between, well, almost everything. But between the speed runs and everything else. Like, I thought the, yeah, and that's the thing, like, I get that. Come on, Chariot. Yeah, no, and I get that. Like, I do a lot of things game-wise that can be really punishing. Not the most. Like, I watch streamers and stuff who, like, but I realize, like, some of the stuff I pick, it's like, yeah, nobody's really going to want to watch that game or play that game. Good thing I figured out that this was the actual right path here. Yeah, I couldn't stream those types of games too much. I can do puzzles, but like point and click is something I can't stream and find it interesting for myself enough to do that way. We're almost done with dark levels at least. I'm getting really sick of them. Okay, we're gonna just go up and down a bit. Okay, let's see. Much further, just down this hallway. It's pretty much linear the rest of the way. Just gotta get there. How much am I gonna... Oh, no, I didn't want the damn crate. Didn't realize this level had a crate. Still gotta traverse up this room.
They say a lost king had his tomb hidden here to protect his treasure. He even had his family and servants buried close by to guard the door. Isn't that amazing?
Okay, so we've got 3-5, 4-5, and 4-4. I think those are the only levels left that we don't have a... Hey, if you want to stream Fortnite, stream Fortnite, you know? It's a game. That's all it is. It's not good or bad, it's a game.
So how's the family? Right. Oh, never mind.
Yo, BX. Yeah, I mean, I streamed it. I streamed the PvE with Ross actually once.
I love working out here in the open. It's very inspiring. The sun works hard all day for very little praise. If only I could be so grossly efficient. If it weren't for you, I'd be dead broke. They say a lost king had his tomb hidden here to protect his treasure. He even had his family and servants buried close by to guard the door. Isn't that amazing? So how's the family?
Sorry, just getting stuff set up.
Right. Oh, never mind.
I hear Scrub. And then I just gotta change which window. That version.
Don't worry. If you want to take your time, no skin.
Why do you have this on your wish list to buy, BX? Haven't you been a gold member forever?
Glad the guild assigned me to this outpost. I get to work close
I do need to change one thing for on Scruff's side. I gotta hit that include my audio. Okay, everything's still audible on my stream, I hope. And then hopefully things are audible on Scruff's side.
Away we go.
But yeah, BX, you should own this game. It was technically Games with Gold way back when. Huh. That is shocking. Doubly shocking.
I think I did claim it when it was through Games with Gold.
That is possible as well. Sometimes there are glitches. Okay, where am I going? I'm falling. Something tells me this is a long guided rail level.
Press. How are you doing today, Jesse?
I'm okay, how are you today?
I'm alright.
Did you have work today?
No, I'm off.
Nice.
Well, I'm around at like 8 o'clock.
Do you have to work over the holiday? Or wait, is it a holiday over there?
No, no, it's not a holiday over here. Still got Black Friday stuff, but it's not.
Right.
Um, yeah, no, I just actually have a day off.
Nice.
I may have just turned off my alarm and just let myself 10 or 11 hours.
That's a nice feeling.
Oh, it's great. I'm gonna regret it in about 10 hours when I need to try and get to sleep, so I don't have 4 hours of sleep for work tomorrow. But
Yeah, you're screwed.
yeah, I'm effed. I'm truly effed. It's fine. 'Cause I finally got a good day's sleep for the first time in like a week.
Yeah, I realized as soon as I asked it, Albino. I was like, yeah, that was a stupid question.
Yeah, we just sponge off the Black Friday stuff so that, our businesses can profit off that. That's about it. Ooh, tempered palamu. Oh, is that a pink raffia in there as well? Oh, that's spicy. Oh, look at the palamu, it's so small! And I'm missing it.
By the way, is Scruff audible to people on my stream? It should be correct settings, but I just want to check.
This is where we find out I was supposed to have included my audio and I haven't.
No, you don't have to. Or I don't think you should have to.
Yeah, I didn't see an option. It just said your part is being broadcast.
Yeah, um, with the OBS setup, I don't have to.
Everyone can enjoy my nice buttery voice.
Scruff. Scruff is playing Monster Hunter. The expansion. Ice whatever.
Iceborne.
That one. But I still have to include my audio for with yours.
Yep, because I'm a scrub who still streaming through my console.
You know, it's not a scrub thing. It's you know.
To be fair, I might be getting a PC soon. Just kind of trying to decide whether I get myself a refurb for a couple of hundred or go for something a little more expensive and have a bit more power. The only problem is I don't really want to spend like £500 on a computer and then be like, oh hey, I can afford to build a beast computer in like a year's time and then
Yeah.
feel like I've wasted a couple of £100.
Yeah, that was something that came up actually, Okash, is like for our gems of war stuff, there was like, oh, you should stream your battles because you can get help from other members of the guild. And I'm like, I don't want to. But then the question came up this week, hey, is streaming working? And so I had to check that the console-based version of streaming worked. Because that's what all the people in the guild, since not many of us actually stream.
Get wrecked, Palamu.
And I agree with you to an extent, Albino. It's The thing is like, especially like Joe and I, part of the reason like we converted to doing more OBS instead was because of all the times that we've lost VODs.
Yeah, I can definitely feel you on that one. I think the only time I've lost a VOD was Shadow Memories. I lost like the first part of it, and that sucked.
And that's the thing, like it's infrequent for the most part. It's just
But it sucks when it happens.
yeah, and it with how often Joe and I had been streaming, it was just too frequent of loss.
Ooh.
Really, that's weird. Okay, down and around, and still a long way to go. Jeez. This level's a long one. Okay, at this point we just need to go up a little bit. And of course there's a spring. I mean, since so much of this level is practically an auto-scroller, like, the time has to be somewhat lenient.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're down to silver now.
Where's that material? Can't find it. Screw it. Not important. Oh, hi, Radaban. Fancy meeting you here. There it is.
Two levels to go.
Hey, look! We made it back! Oh, this is so exciting! Wow, it feels a lot more thrilling on this side.
No, not the pink Rathian. Why would it? Da 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 da.
What should I play after I finish this, though? Because I'm not going to get the next achievement in this game.
I was gonna joke and say Monster Hunter, but yeah, we've done those jokes in the past.
We have. Maybe I'll go back to Creature in the Well. Or Pokemon.
Pokemon's a good idea.
Especially because you don't have to watch and be tempted further.
Exactly. Oh no, I've headed off my desire to get a Switch. Like,
Oh.
unless the Black Friday deals come out and it's like £100 off a Nintendo Switch. I'm not gonna be tempted.
Which Switch would you get?
Regular one.
Okay.
Switch Lite would be nicer because portable and cheaper, but I also kind of don't really want to get a Switch Lite and then be like, oh hey, I want to stream Switch games in like a year's time, and then
Yeah, it's only
to
because
get-
I can stream my Switch stuff that I've actually been like, oh yeah, this has been what I had to have.
yeah,
Because I hadn't docked my Switch once.
yeah. So I like the idea of the Switch Lite, and if streaming or just capturing footage wasn't a thing for me, I wouldn't care. But because I actually want to make content, it's like, eh. Man, this Palamu's showing a lot of restraint. Get in the bin for that one. Whoosh. Ooh. That no been able to go on. It's- Crap. Yum. Ooh, tear. Okay, you don't look like a crown, so go away, Edgar.
Oh, are we up to crown hunting now?
No, it's just a case of I'm not interested in fighting it right now because it's not what I'm after. Basically, I'm trying to level up my Guiding Lands the Coral Highlands part of my Guiding Lands to level 7, so that I can start spawning Tempered Namiel. Because I need that for one of my upgrades.
Oh, okay.
I think I need that for. I can't remember if it's health regen. Yeah, I think it's for the health regen augment on the weapon I'm currently using.
Too bad there's not
It'll
a
just
piece of equipment to increase the likelihood of crown monsters.
I'm fine with that because there's a mechanic to do that.
Oh, is there?
Oh yeah, investigations, and I think Guiding Lands has a similar modifier to investigations.
Huh.
Because I've actually had 2 crowns in the Guiding Lands. One was one I didn't need. It was a Puke, so it's one from the base game.
Right.
but it was news to me that I hadn't even had the smallest possible bouquet, and still had the crown. And then um, I got a small Zenoga, I think it was. Basically, right now with crowns, it's like if I see something that looks like a crown, I'm going to go for it. If the quest allows me to, if I think I've got enough time and whatnot.
Oh,
If
okay.
not, I just leave it. I've managed to get a few silver large crowns from doing that.
By the way, BX, I think the Chariot bundle was on sale recently, if not already. That comes with the Royal Arms DLC. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw it on the list. I don't know if it's at your price point, but I thought I saw it there
Finally seen
recently.
chat.
What?
Oh, I've just finally seen the chat, so I was too
Okay.
busy hunting. But yeah, see, here's the thing, Albino. It may be the purest type of streaming. There is no frills, no tricks. There's no quality content with me.
35 seconds off of a gold there.
That was amazing.
Ripping pepperons. Oh, Rad's left as well.
Ready for adventure? It feels a lot more thrilling on this side.
Okay, fuck what I was doing. That's ruining a
Last one.
Gigante. It's nice. It's time.
I think this is the last one, Albino.
Thanks for keeping an eye on things. Did we get any customers?
Gigante, where are you? That is a car standing right behind.
Away we go.
This should give me my all bronze achievement. Still a long way till we're all golds, but
Ebony Odegaard will leave the locale soon. Oh, what a shame. Go back. It's footprints. Don't think my Renault Gigante is fully researched yet.
it's gonna be a nice big achievement, that's for sure, Albino.
Here we go. Yeah, boy! So happy to be fighting.
I think it's like a 20 ratio on it, so. And Rooted the Boss, I have no idea what you're talking about. I will respond to you, but what you've written there is not something I can understand.
Ooh, he's a big boy. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Fix that, please. I'm gonna hit his face after like the 4th time of asking. Hit the wall, stupid. Messed up my combo. That ain't good. That really ain't good. That's it, knock over more vine traps you can't set off.
Okay, so it doesn't want me to go that way. Good. I was curious which exit they were going to have me take. The one thing I don't like about the speedruns is they never tell you like which way you're supposed to go. Or which exit you're supposed to take. It's kind of like, figure it out yourself. Crap. Didn't want to take a death. Don't want to take a death.
Ooh. Taxi!
Seasoned charioter.
You do it then.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
It was only worth 25G.
They say a lost king had his
But I think it's going to be worth like 500 TA.
Isn't that amazing?
Nice.
It'll put me out of like the negatives for G-Task this week, finally.
So how's the family? Right. Oh, never mind.
Hey, no, Gigante. Oh, shit.
I don't think you'll make Talos decay that much. Yeah, that was worth 540 TA. It had a 21.6 ratio.
He even had his family and servants very close by to guard the door. Isn't that amazing?
Next achievement will be reach 100% completion. Oh, I didn't even have to get all the bronzes to get 100% completion.
You're having trouble deciding. Maybe I can help.
Huh. To reach 100% completion, all I need is 138,000 loot. Question is, do I want to use that achievement this week just for fun, just to get it, or do I want to actually save it for a different week? Part of me is just like, let's drop a 1,500 point achievement.
Oh, shit. Knocked it down. The fuck?
Yeah, let's just grind out the loot right now, so I have it. But this can get me 3,700 loot in about a minute.
I'll call the elevator for you. Go back to leaving my shop like this. But adventure!
Sweet.
And go.
Oh, nice. Tripped it up.
side.
140,000 loot, and I've only got like 30 some odd thousand. This is gonna take a little while.
What is this?
I'm guessing it's a monster, but I'm not looking at your screen to know.
Oh, I know what I'm fighting. It's more a case of I keep tripping it up, and I'm not even trying.
Shop sweet.
That dragon pod. That's the.
Oh, ready for adventure? And away we go.
Oh wait, there it is. Oh wait, no, it's not. Okay. Can the radio menu work, please? Fucking make radio menu work. I swear to Christ. Let's try radio menu where I just sit. That was frustrating.
Hey, well, I got all the bronze speed runs, not many golds. So, but I'm just prepping the 100% achievement for when I need to drop a big score. So we're down to 3 achievements now in Chariot.
Oh, ready for adventure? It feels a lot more thrilling on this side.
Probably, but with where I'm at for loot, I just wanted to have it saved. And yeah, if I did all the golds, I'd probably have it loot-wise, but I'm not in any rush, really, to get the golds, so... But I need 140,000 loot to have that one set up, so figured I'd just do the grind right now. We got the... I started off the stream doing the bronze on Dreambreaker. I was only about 20 minutes slow for the gold. No, for my first time doing a speed run on the level, I thought that was pretty good. Well, first time completing a speed run, let's be honest. I've quit probably a half dozen times after reaching the second, fourth, and sixth checkpoint.
Jesus Christ, you're not happy with me, are you, Nerd Again?
Yeah, there were definitely a few checkpoints where I lost a lot of time. Like, I can look back at the VOD and feel like a few sections could have been a lot smoother. That's the thing. I've watched some of the good speedruns, quote unquote, and like the big thing I noticed about theirs is definitely like they take probably more risks, but they also had a few more mistakes as a result. So I could see a mix of, you know, nice, smooth, safe strats giving you plenty of time.
Shop, sweet shop. Oh, this is so exciting. Thanks for keeping the shop open for me.
Yeah, I wish I got a silver that first time on Dreambreaker, but a bronze with some of the bad sections I had, eh. I mean, even on my good run, that run with the bronze, like there's a few sections in there that I was kind of that should have been better than they were. Like I think the bounce room took a minute longer than it should have. Like that was probably one of the worst bounce rooms I've had in a while. But really, like, if I look at some of the hard obstacles, it kind of goes every other. So, obviously, the first climb up, nothing too bad. But then the one right after that's probably one of the hardest obstacles to do, at least casually. Then the next one's not too bad. But then the one that follows that, where you have to like swing onto the like when you have to swing it onto the ghost platform and then swing yourself onto the life platform. that one can be a real pain. And then, for some reason today, the fragile platform room, the fragile platforms, like, I had a bad run of that room today, overall.
So exciting. Hey, don't you know the shop opens for me?
Nice. Too bad you didn't get it when it was games with gold, but glad to hear you're gonna try it.
Wow, time sure flies. Oh, ready for adventure?
Yes!
Away we go.
I mean, even, like, every redo of a room of that level, though, is definitely, you know, that's a minute easily that you lose. So, I mean, you're right. If I can get every room clean, then, and then don't die in any room, like, that'll be quicker than having all the speed strats. And at least more than quick enough for a gold medal.
That was amazing. This repels air.
Okay, all I need is another 68,000, and then I will have enough loot to officially get 100% for the game.
Oh, ready for adventure?
Besides 2 achievements. Which I still haven't decided how I'm going to get. At least one of them.
You going to sleep now, Gigante? That would be very helpful. It is. I looked at sleeping.
And then, when I did that thing,
Okay, I'm close enough on that achievement. I don't think I need to
I've never
grind
seen
anymore on this stream. That might get a little boring if it isn't already.